was just like 10 seconds, I could. But where would be the fun in that? So yeah, I am right now in Köln, so that is why today there was no live stream. But maybe you have seen the live stream I did on Uno's channel for the modern tournament in German. If not, it will be there tomorrow. And yesterday I did Solaris co-stream with him for the Pro Tour, and it was amazing. I think maybe I'm here from the past, so I cannot really tell you. But hey, we're still on our way to 44,444, so if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, become part of the Meloniacs. I would appreciate that very freaking much. Button up with the hammering. Let's get into the new deck, 104 hammer, and I have not named this. What is wrong with me? Whoa, there we go. I just forgot to name this. I made it my mission to play the worst Gearhulk of them all and make him work. So here it is, the Pyrowood Gearhulk. You can quote me on that. This is the worst one of them all. Some people might say, isn't it the black-blue one? No, because you can actually target yourself with it, get rid of a bad card, and maybe draw a better one. This one, 6 mana is too much, in my opinion, but we made it work. And that is the goal I had in mind. Make the Pyrowood Gearhulk work. And what better shot than Dinosaur? So what does this bad boy do? Well, it's a 7/7 for 6 that says Vigilance and Menace, and when it enters, other creatures you control get +2/+2, Vigilance and Menace. Damage can't be prevented this turn, so suck it to One Ring, suck it Fog Effect, whatever. Maybe in other formats this is better, but here, straight up, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's just, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, it looks pretty darn freaking cool. I think it's the coolest looking one, but it's the worst one. So, yeah, what are we playing? Well, with dinosaurs, because there is some new cards for dinosaurs that make dinosaurs just super good. The Regal Imperiosaurus. Other dinosaurs get +1/+1. I don't know why they brought it in this set. It's kind of crazy to me to bring a dinosaur lord. Like, what do we have? Ixalan, then it was 1, 2, 3, 4 sets later. We got this. That is kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm not mad about it. It's a 3 mana 5/4. 3 mana 5/4. That is almost just as good as a 3 mana 6/6. These dinosaurs are out of control. So you play Llanowar Elf, Ixalan Lord Keeper into Regal Imperiosaur. That's pretty much GG. Next turn you attack in. Use the Aganosaurus Rex to give it +1/+1 like twice and trample. I'm attacking with a 7/6 trample, indestructible. Why not? But you can also keep this and just play it on turn 4, because as you know, we have these, so pretty good. If we can play this on turn 2, we can play this on turn 4. And Hulking Raptor can be played on turn 3, and then you just play Galta and dump your whole freaking hand. Chef's Kiss delicious. There was a certain point in time where I totally forgot we had Galta. It was like, it's a one-off, but I want to put it in the deck. So that was very good. So these are the 2 new dinosaurs, and we have the Pyrowood Gearhulk. Those are the new cards. For the rest, it's pretty much dinosaurs with 2 Triumphant Chomps, because we're going full on in with the creatures. The Belligerent Yearling is super good, because if you have the Regal Imperiosaur out, it will get the 5 attack and still have +1/+1, so that is very darn freaking nice. Ignatius Hammer Skull, do we even have to talk about this broken freaking creature ever again? I don't think so. Pilates Hatcher, the cutest dinosaur there ever was. Like, you can, I will die on that hill. This is the cutest art that I have seen for dinosaurs ever. When I see this, it just warms my freaking heart. Because I'm a huge dinosaur fan, like since the 90s, because of freaking, Jurassic Park. And when I saw the Brachiosaurus, or whatever it's called in English, the big one with the head, and it was like, just like ginormous, I was in love straight away. That was my favorite dinosaur. Just so, nothing can touch me. I'm 10 meters tall. Don't even try to look at me. You will like break your neck looking up. That kind of. And this one, look how cute it is with this little egg. Look how cute it is. So yeah, I really like this one. So yeah, once more, this is a very nice shell. And if you ever want to play the Firewood Gearhawk, do it in this shell. Because you can bring this bad boy out on turn 4 or 5 if you have enough of these, you know, and then every single creature having like Vigilance and Menace is kind of insane. Especially if they all have like +1/+1, if they have haste, everything about that, it's just pretty darn freaking crazy. Of course, you play 40 Carrying of Souls, 2 Restless Ridgelines because it's a dinosaur as well. Giving a creature +2/+hold that has grapple or whatever, pretty good. So yeah, that is the deck, my friends. Roar. I didn't come up with it, but this is deal with it. So thank you all so very freaking much. This is Roar. I'm no dinosaur. I'm Matches Malone, and I will see you in those stomping games. Alrighty. Sadly, Chandra vehicles didn't work. I'm very sad about that, but here is dinosaurs, baby. Oh my lord. Grimace! Yes, Grimace! Turn 2, Pugnacious Hammer Skull, why not? Turn 3, Hulking Raptor, why not? Even if they destroy this, which they most likely do, because tell me why they wouldn't. Oh my, okay. Interesting. Dreams of Steel and Oil. They are stealing my oil. I shouldn't have said that. Alright, what you getting rid of? This one, what? Why? Why didn't you take the Hulking Raptor? Why didn't you do that? Bro. Oh, because you have another one. Yeah, that's like always the reason why they don't take something. Because they straight up do have another one. Alright. Dinosaur is up.
Salt.
I am playing this still. It really doesn't matter. Decline. Just slamming in with everything. That is still like, you know, 9 damage coming your way. So carry on, my wayward son. There were peace, and you are gone. Roar, baby. Roar it up. You thought you can get me, but guess again, you didn't get me, and I'll get out of here. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Somebody just redeemed Evil Malone plays a game. Alrighty, here I am. Opponent going first. I do not like that too much, you know. Eastern, it's kind of the opposite of Grimace, so that's alright. That is alright. So, Elf. Llanowar Elf coming down. Let us see what they have. Dinosaur.
What is this deck?
Pugnacious Hammer Skull coming down. Come on, play your counter spell. I know you have it. Come on, counter it. Please. Oh man, I really wish I had my own YouTube channel. Maybe I could just be the guy who tells everyone everything about magic. I mean, I know a lot about magic. Ability once. For 4, you mill somebody for the number of cards in the graveyard. That is insane. That means if you have 2 Riveture Monuments and somebody has 15 cards in the graveyard, you already won the game. Unless they're playing 100 cards. But then, you know that we'll be having our problems. So that means you mill them once for 15 with the Riveture Monument. So now they're on 30 cards in the graveyard. And now the second one mills it for 30, and that is game is over. Game is over. How do we get the 15 cards in? Well, with Jace. Easy peasy. Or just, you know, 7.5 times doing the Riveture Monument, or then using cards, destroying their cards, stuff like that. So, of course you cannot just play this, but let's talk about other new cards. Playing Voyage Home. Why? Because we're playing a lot of artifacts, so that is very good. Gaining 3 life and drawing 3 cards will absolutely make a difference. We're playing Perilous Snare. Why? Because it removes everything and gives you start your engines, which might be a freaking game changer. And it will be absolutely, maybe, I don't know. I will not make any promises. Those are all of the new cards, and we also
like them to activate and it would be checked in anywhere. So I was thinking about this deck, this unstoppable plant, and how at the beginning of your end step you untap all non-land permanents you control. And I kind of brewed up this idea in my head today during work, and I was like so excited about it. I was like, should I just take the day off work and just brew this whole thing together and just play arena all day? And then I came to my senses and realized I have a job, and in theory I have a life outside of Magic, and that I could chill and wait till after work. So we waited till after work, and I wanted to see if this deck was jank or dank, and it did not disappoint. I went 7-1 with the deck. I'll give my wrap up, my thoughts on like why I think it did so well in the post game, so stick around for that if you're curious. But small sample size, but I crushed it unbelievably good. So we're milling today. We're doing river turn monument. One color is sample any number of turn players, each moves 2
Hello?
cards. With the unstoppable plan,
What?
you can untap this at your end step and then activate it again. And then
Why?
eventually when they have enough cards in the graveyard, you're going to use the exhaust mechanic.
Why you say that?
Any number of hard cards, so each one has cards equal to the number of cards in the graveyard. So you're going to try and like mill up, get something in there. You usually have like 2 river turn monuments, and then you just exhaust, you double exhaust in the late game and just close it out, and it's so crazy. We also have Teresian Mind.
What'd you say it again? What'd you say?
When this creature attacks, defending player mills half their library rounded up. And
What I feed? I gave her some noodles.
Purposing bay, taking trips to the bay all day. She's my bay.
Yeah, there's noodles.
Tap 2, sacrifice another artifact, search your library for an artifact.
Yeah, the yellow
Card
pack.
with mana value equal to 1 plus sacrifice artifact
I was
mana
like,
value. Put that card on the battlefield, then shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery, so we can't double dip.
Yeah, we're in the
But we can toolbox, and that's what this deck is. When you look at it, you're
Downstairs.
like, or all these ranky game artifacts, but you just continuously toolbox and gain incremental advantage. Work your way up the ladder.
No, my door's wide open.
Sweep the board. You're not winning with creatures. I resisted the temptation to put in
Wait, hold on.
simulacrum synthesizer. Yeah, no save in this deck because that's just too powerful. And
Oh,
you can
Jesus Christ.
toolbox up to the Teresian Mindbreaker. Also, if you mill it or you draw into it, you can bin it. actually good because we can use the bay on these map tokens. Use some sapphire. And we'll just do this all day. We'll just keep getting.
My curiosity is not.
Hey, I am back with another video, as promised. Another rant, another talk, another unstructured video. But you know what? I'm glad you guys are liking it because I'm just loving not editing. It's just I always have to edit my short form content, which, yes, I'm still making my short form content. This is just a different leg. So today, we're talking about, well, I'm pretty sure the title doesn't say it. 28 years. Not a man in sight. Just gonna talk about my experience, how it feels, what it's like, why I am still single after 28 years, never had a boyfriend, never really dated anybody, and why I'm actually very cool with it. I know I could be probably boo-hooing it. Oh, poor me. Nah. Okay. So I don't really know how to have this discussion because I promised y'all in the last video that I would talk about it, and I'm actually not sure how to start it. So, okay. Yeah, how do you even start? Chaotic, as usual. How do you even start this? So yeah, I'm 28 years old. I have gone through a lot of phases in my, I guess, I can't say dating life because I don't have a dating life, but I guess in like that realm, the realm of dating. And oh, if you don't hear frying, by the way, I'm frying some fish and making some rice. So that's probably what the noise is. Maybe I should move away from it so you can hear me good. But yeah, I mean, I'm just a girl, okay? My nails don't laugh at me. I'm just a girl, and I've been through the whole wanting a boyfriend, and then being like, forget men, I don't want one, and then being like, you know, a husband could be nice, and then going through the, oh, absolutely not, I'm staying single for the rest of my life. So yeah, I've been through all those phases. I have talked to people, but I can never get past the talking stage, guys. Oh my gosh. I cannot get past talking stages, and I have no energy in me for another talking stage. I've had probably like in total, I've had in my life, okay, I've probably had 1, 2, 3. 3 talking stages in my whole 3.5. Probably, and it's never gone anywhere. And it's because honestly, like I know what I want, and I'm actually really bad at ignoring red flags. I'm extremely terrible at it. I don't know how girls do it. And let's be for real. I was talking with my boys, and I was like, no, even my boys too. I was talking with my friends, and I was like, guys, hear me out on this. I had like one of those moments where I was kind of just like chilling at home and just thinking about random stuff, and then I had this thought like, you know, the reason why most people are in relationships to be the person for me type thing. It takes a certain measure of delusion. Or maybe, no, I said it to my mom, and my mom was like, I think you're looking for, like, the word you're looking for is faith. And I was like, I guess. But, like, you know, guys, I'm just talking, okay? I'm sorry. This doesn't make psychological sense. But I feel like it's low-key delusion. And hear me out. The reason why I say that is because most relationships that obviously do not work, end up working in the end, is because someone saw something. They liked you, but then they saw something that they did not like. And they saw that that something was actually problematic. But they chose to believe that somehow that something was just going to disappear and you were going to live a life of bliss. That is what I call delusion. And that is what I unfortunately do not have. Like, I remember, and my thing is so bad, like, I could like someone bad. I could like someone bad one day, and then the next day, they just say something, not even that bad, or they do something not that bad, and I'm like, oh, I don't, and then the life is gone. Like, my cousin says I have a serious problem, and I'm considering maybe I do, but I can really stop liking someone in an instant. Like, it takes just one word. It takes one gesture. It takes one action, and I'm like, ugh, I don't think I like this person anymore, and it's really bad, which is why I'm kind of scared of talking to people too, because I really don't want to ever hurt anybody. Like, I don't want to, like, get in a situation where I sincerely like a person, and then I just don't like them the next day. Because I know I'm like that, I'm very careful. I do not talk to a lot of people. That's why I've probably had, like, three and a half talking stages, and they haven't really gone anywhere, and they weren't long. Oh, I forgot that guy. That includes, yeah. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say because, like, how do you even talk about this? I just know what I want, and it's very hard for me to ignore things. I can't ignore it. For example, I was talking to this one guy that I really, really liked. I cannot lie. Like, I really, really liked him, and I was like, oh, did I find the one? That didn't last long. It lasted a few weeks. But either way, I was like, oh my gosh, I really like this guy. And then it just took him to start doing, like, this one simple thing. Like, he just, how do I say this nicely? He kind of just talked too much. I don't know, like, I know I'm crazy behind the camera. I'm loud. I'm, like, full of energy behind the camera. But if you meet me in real life, everybody who knows me knows I'm pretty chill. Like, I don't talk a lot, especially when I'm out. Like, I'm a quiet girl. And I'm extremely attracted to men who don't talk a lot. Like, who are just very, not men who don't talk at all. No, I don't like that. But, like, there's just something about a quiet, confident man that just knows when to speak. And it's just very attractive to me. Like, when they speak, you could just, like, be fixated on what they're saying, but they don't talk a lot. And, yeah. I realized that he wasn't a chatterbox. I'll tell you that. The reason why I was attracted to him is because at first he gave off that vibe. Like, he gave off, in public, he still gives off that vibe. That he doesn't talk a lot. He's, like, chill. But then I guess, like, because we started getting closer. Yeah. But that wasn't the only thing. I could say a lot of things about that situation, but I'm always very mindful to not say too much, but I never want the person that I was ever talking to or friends with to watch one of my videos and be like, she's talking about me. So I don't like doing that. I would go into more details, but it would be too obvious if the person watched the video. So, with all these people except one blocked me. Long story. It really wasn't my fault, guys. I swear. I have never been blocked by a guy in my life. Ever. This man blocked me. And it really wasn't my fault. He literally told me that it was his fault and then blocked me. It was a very strange situation. But I should have never been in that talking phase at all. But I learned a lot. Anyway. I was not heartbroken at all. That's the thing too. I have never been heartbroken from a talking stage. Maybe something is wrong with me. I have never felt sad, not once when a talking stage is over. Not once have I been sad because I always feel relieved every single time. So, I don't know, maybe y'all could diagnose me, see if I have a problem. But I get along with everybody. That's the thing that I don't understand. I don't have beef with nobody. I get along with people. I'm not. I'm very chill. It's just I guess when it comes to anything more than friends, I'm not really good with handling it. I guess. But my parents did say they may have raised me a little too good at staying away from boys. My dad just admitted that the other day, which was a very nice revelation. It was very cool for him to say that. I was like, wow. Because here's the thing. My hand's getting tired. Oh, I'm gonna put this down for a second. Here's the thing. Did this not? No. So my parents were like, I need to go on my knees. I'm tired. So my parents always raised me in a way where like there was no dating. There was gonna be no boyfriend. There was none of that. My parents are pastors. It was very much like you're going to school. I remember when I used to ask my dad, well, if I like a guy and he likes me and we find that out, what happens? He's like, you guys remain friends. I'm like, how on earth does that work? I've come to realize that what he said was actually very wise. He said, he's like, well, you know, if you were like this like in college, because he really did not want any of us dating in college until we graduated school. And he was like, well, if you, no, this was in high school, sorry. He was like, well, if you ever find out that you like a guy and he likes you, and seeing that you're not allowed to date, he's like, just remain friends with that intention, like with that knowledge. And he's like, eventually, when the time is right, y'all could upgrade it. To me, that sounded like stupidity. I cannot lie. I was like, Dad, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, how am I gonna be just chilling friends with someone that clearly likes me and I want to be with them, and they want to be with me type thing. But now that I'm older, I see the wisdom in it. I still never wanted into that situation, but yeah. So let's just round that segment to reason one, I guess, why I've been single for 28 years is I just know what I want, and if it's not what I want, then I don't believe in wasting people's time. I will never waste anybody's time. If I realize I do not like you, I am known as that girl. I will tell you straight up. I will tell you with love. I will tell you with kindness. But I will tell you that I don't like you. I don't believe in that whole wasting somebody's time just because they're treating me nice. And I've met some really, really, really nice guys. I can't lie. All my toxic stages, whatever you call it, everyone that I've gotten to that point to is because they really showed me that they were very nice people. And I think I'm burning my fridge. I think one second. I'm sorry. One second. I just gotta make sure I'm not burning my fridge. Oh, that's burnt. That is definitely burnt. But the inside is... Guys, I got carried away with my coffee. Maybe I should edit this video and pause it. I would show you guys how this switch looks, but I have a friend. I have friends, but I have one friend in particular that if he sees this, he is never going to let me live this down, and I can't allow him to have this blackmail on me. I really want to show y'all what I did, but I can't because he will never let me live this down. Ooh, yeah, I burnt this fish, y'all. I'm gonna eat it though. It's not burnt to the point where you can't eat it anymore. It's just, it's over charred.
You got another boy, why?
Let's just say like Chef Ramsay, it's not burnt, it's caramelized. I'm not carried away in my talking. I should know better than to start flying. Yeah. I really want to show y'all because it's really funny, but I can't let myself go down like this. 2025, I cannot go into 2025 with blackmail from this specific friend because I know exactly who would do it. And if he's watching this, which I doubt he is, but if he is, he'll know who he is. And I'm not letting you see it. Anyway, what was that? So, yeah, let's just say the first reason why I've been single for 28 years is because I know what I want and I won't waste anybody's time. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm not going to force myself to like you. In that way. We could be friends though. But I have enough friends. Moving on, I'm having fun with this because it's really not that deep. Oh, by the way, let me clarify something with y'all. For those of you guys who watch my short form content, please understand that when I make dating videos, okay, or make videos about dating, it is not reflecting it's a 99.999% chance it is not reflecting a current situation I'm in. Like, I'm just acting it out because it came in my head. It's something that I could have done but didn't do. Or, yeah. That honesty for myself, girl, she exists. And trust me, I've had one solid, hard honesty for myself with a guy relationship type, not relationship, but situation. A moment of silence for that stupidity. Amen. Okay. Woo, child. Anyway, so I've had one very crazy honesty for myself person that I dealt with, but it didn't move very far. And yeah, if I'm making my videos, guys, I promise I'm not doing it over and over again with multiple men. I'm recreating that one person every single time. And if I'm not recreating my situation, it's someone else. So please, I see some people like sincerely in the comments really think I'm like this, and I'm like, I promise I'm home 97% of the time. I am home. I do not go outside, and I don't be talking to people in my neighbors. Just to clarify, I'm a very like reserved introvert. It's just me and my camera at home, and then when I leave, I go to my parents' house. That's it. And then the only other place I go out is to dance class. And then church. Those are the 4 places I am. Home, my other home, church, dance class. That's all I do. Anyway, just have to clarify that. So guys, don't panic when I have those I'm gonna see for myself videos. I promise I'm not going around being stupid. But have I been stupid? Yes. 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 I admit that. And lessons have been learned, and I'm still learning. But trauma. Anyway, so I would say the second reason. Oh yeah, I kind of moved off of what I was saying. I don't have ADHD, right, guys? This does not qualify as ADHD. My mind is 10 different places. Back on track. I would say the other reason, like I was saying, was with my parents, right? It was like no dating, nothing like that. And then
Doge is on the move up next at the IRS and our gold reserves.
I've been trying to go down and see the gold, make sure it's all there for about 10 years. I think the more sunlight, the better, more transparency, the better.
With Doge continuing its search for wasteful spending, Democrats insist on putting up roadblocks. Senator Elizabeth Warren tweeting this. Good news, after we raised the alarm, Doge has been blocked from accessing sensitive Department of Education data. Your social security number, income data, and personal information are safe for now. We will keep fighting back. But Utah Senator Mike Lee just was not having it. He responded, you literally passed a law giving IRS visibility into Venmo payments, and now you're all about privacy, but only for Doge because it's trying to weed out waste, fraud, and abuse of taxpayer funds. And are the vampires living amongst us? Because Elon Musk, taking a peek into Social Security, apparently over 20 million recipients are listed as being above the age of 100, with one being listed between the ages of 360 and 369 years old. I would like to eat what that person is eating. Now, a judge is ordering an extension on the temporary block of Musk's access to the Government Efficiency Department. I guess musician Sheryl Crow would be happy with all of these roadblocks because the Grammy winner, she sold her Tesla. She donated the money to NPR in protest of Elon Musk. I'm sure that's the best use of her money. Welcome to the second hour of the Money Show. I'm Jackie DeAngelis, and I'm joined by my co-hosts Taylor Riggs, Dagan McDowell, Jeff Block, in for Brian Grunberg, and O'Leary Ventures Chairman Kevin O'Leary is sticking around for another jam-packed hour. We're going to begin on Capitol Hill with the latest Doge moves. Hillary Vaughn has them for us. Hi, Hillary.
Hi, Jackie. Well, there is a concern that Doge is getting access to sensitive information at the IRS, but this is something that people at the IRS have access to every single day to do their job. So the people who are protesting are really mad that Doge is the one who's getting to look under the hood. The White House has insisted that anyone viewing anything sensitive or classified or private has the clearance and appropriate approval to do so. A White House official says that direct access to what's called the Integrated Data Retrieval System, which includes visual access to taxpayer accounts, is needed to audit the IRS, something the IRS workers do every day to Americans. The IRS is also not immune from downsizing. AP reports they will lay off thousands of IRS workers who have been in the probation period of their employment, with cuts happening as soon as next week.
People work very hard to pay their taxes every single day. They're hurting. They see wasteful government spending. We need to have government in the sunshine. We need to have spending in the sunshine.
In addition to finding fraud, Doge is discovering lost taxpayer cash. Doge helping the Department of Housing and Urban Development relocate $1.9 billion that had gone missing under Biden. That's nearly $2 billion that they say the Treasury can now use for other things. Doge has also been digging into Social Security. Elon Musk estimating there are about 60 million more Social Security numbers issued than there are Americans, saying, quote, there are far more eligible Social Security numbers than there are citizens in the USA. This might be the biggest fraud in history, but Democrats say Doge is exaggerating all this fraud they're finding.
These are by and large performative, theatric measures. They'll pick these one-off cases and they'll say this is raw policy. This is what an entire department or agency does or represents, and it's just not true.
Musk also found that there's over 4 million people in the Social Security database who have an age over 140 years old. The oldest person alive right now in the world is 116 years old. So this is either a smoking gun for fraud, or as Elon Musk joked, vampires could be real. Jackie?
They just might be. Hillary Vaughn, thank you so much. Meantime, there's more money set to come back to taxpayers across this country, but how soon until the left starts screaming about the D.C. housing market and unemployment numbers that are spiking? The median home value dropped 20% since November, and unemployment in D.C. for the week ending February 8th, the jobless filings were up 36% from the week prior. One more thing I thought was really interesting, the Kobayashi letter says 8,000 homes were listed for sale in Washington, D.C. and the metro area. Almost half of them have been put on the market in the last 30 days alone. So while the Democrats are melting down and they can keep crying and cursing and holding rallies, but as Charles Payne said in the previous hour, they're not listening. You've also got a swamp that's being drained, and these numbers are evidence of that. You're new in this hour, John. What's your reaction?
Well, it's kind of an indication about how things have changed. You know, I'm old enough to remember something called the Golden Fleece Award, which a Democrat senator from Wisconsin named William Proxmire started in 1975, and each month he would give an award to a government agency that was wasting our money. This went on for years. It was the Democrats that were doing this, and now I guess it's a couple of generations later, right? Now it's the Republicans that are taking the lead on it, and I think arguably our government could have used a little bit of a shake-up. I don't know, you don't want to shake it too hard, but a shake-up. Yeah, oh, you do? Oh, I know, Dagan wants to.
Yes, I want to Kevin shake it until it doesn't feel good.
I remember the police awards, however, they didn't have social media in those days.
Right.
And so the message didn't get out as quickly as it's getting now, because it was always at the bottom of the story of the day. I remember that award.
Yeah.
But this is good stuff going on. I don't know why anybody would think it isn't. And it hasn't ever been done. And I think it's a wonderful idea that this money stays in the economy instead of being wasted, because it would make the whole country more productive. And that's really why everybody, I would bet you 7 out of 10 people on the street like what's going on in this cost-cutting stuff. And every day it's getting more interesting, because they read the crazy stories. And they say, that's my money, and I have $68,000 average salary, and I'm watching this. This is working. It's really interesting to watch it work.
In honor of Kevin O'Leary, I know he's all about permitting reform. I think, Jackie, for me, Doge goes a little bit step deeper. I think I love cutting the waste, fraud, and abuse, cutting the money, slashing jobs. But I think the next layer is going to have to be government working around red tape. Because we all remember, and this is from the New York Times this morning, where they say passing the law is all great. But then you have companies that are involved, agencies, you're applying for permits, how do you meet regulatory standards for construction, blah, blah, blah. It could be months or years before actual building of, let's say, a home or a new factory can actually start. You guys all remember more than 2 years after Congress enacted the $5 billion EV charging stations, there's just two, Ohio and New York, that have actually opened any. And in 3 years, only a number dozens have actually opened. That's well below the hundreds that they promised us. So I love Doge and the cost cutting, but I also eventually want to see, how do we deal with the red tape? Keeping things safe with the permitting, but cutting the crap that takes years and years to go through to get anything done.
That $5 billion program specifically ran through the Department of Transportation, called the NEVI program. Only about less than $700 million was sent out to the state. Sean Duffy sent out a memo saying we're putting a stop to this, so no more money goes out, and that any approvals that the states have submitted to the Department of Transportation, he has put the kibosh on them and said whatever
Sky home, boy. I'm on the floor. Did it wrong twice. Is that a flash? Do flash? It's an instant. Oh my God. Red Dex is crazy. Nah, I did it wrong twice though. That was my fault. Should have won that. Ugh. I'll play that deck enough. Jesus.
What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I'm about to head down to the studio because I got to do a couple interviews today. But today we go down the rabbit hole, right? Because I think it's justified for people to have smoke back with me. I think that it's not necessarily well positioned for them to do that. They should probably seek some insight. But I think that it's logical. Like, you know, we content creators, I've been a content creator, I've made a whole lot of money in content creation, and I think that it's okay for people to come back at me. And I always get reply videos when you guys send me videos to react to, and you want to get my perspective because you think that a lot of these people are running the Victim Olympics, or that they should be deported, and so on and so forth, or that they're running in the Victim Olympics. But sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't because I'm so busy, and you guys know what my background is. You know that I run multiple different companies, you know that I got a real estate arm, you know that I build houses, you know that I'm a software engineer, corporate America executive, and I say all of that. Not for the people that's been rocking with me for a long time.
Okay,
you guys
how long have you been here?
Shout out to all of the Patreon members and the BlackJesus. We are now probably well over 15,000 strong. So I'm doing a live stream this weekend with Block Club. You know, we got Stock Club, so I'm very transparent about my portfolio and how much money I make and what my wires are and where my stocks are and all of that stuff. And so we got the Block Club segment that's happening this weekend. So I'm gonna put that link in the description down there so you guys can tap into the Patreon. But this person in particular I find interesting because they're so young and they're so ignorant and they're so dumb. And sometimes, you know how people say you're so smart that you're dumb? I kind of apply this to her, right? So, in a previous video, which I'll link down in the description also, this person basically explained how she's basically been